Hey guys, Draws the Shark Reviews here, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Cyberverse Warrior Class Shockwave. So here he is in his spider tank mode. He has a spider tank, but we'll get through it. let's hope we can get through it. Oh. There's my magic powers. Okay, so, anyways, to fix that. So, anyways, here is, the spider tank mode. Taking a look at the detail. Pretty good detail on this. I was thinking that's close to the robot mode since it's just a spider tank, but it's not bad. Yes, there's visible head syndrome down there, but oh well. It's trying to do what it is, but you'll see why it's hanging down there. So, his gimmick is, well, first we'll do size comparison, then we'll get to the gimmick, that's the thing. So, now for comparison, here he is with the Fall of Cybertron Shockwave, and, of course, this one's longer, so there you have that. So now for transformation. So oh yeah, I forgot it's not intentional, it's supposed to be in the robot mode. They can do Shockwave's gimmick, which is wave cannon, at least one side of it. So, I can kind of get that with my fingers. Yeah, not bad gimmick. But it's actually meant for the robot mode. If you've seen my Optimus Prime review, Ultimate Class at least, not Warrior Class. Oh boy, that review, hopefully. I don't have the toy yet, though. But, he said, in that review, I said that the Ultimate Class, you do robot in alt mode for the gimmick. So, for transformation, you just simply want to take down the legs, like such, and flip down the legs and rotate them around. Then with the arms, you just want to take down them and swivel them down, and then swivel around the ball joint. And with this arm, the left one, you flip down his cannon. You don't need to do it with this hand, of course. Then you want to come back to the back section. This will tap into back here, because for the gimmick, and kind of clip in. Sometimes it's light, sometimes it's a bit stronger. So that, then you flip that down. And then you want to get the antennas to kind of like these back to be straight. So when you have that, here we have Shockwave in his robot mode. And he looks pretty cool, actually. Nice detail, like all these line details they put in. Looks great. So great. Taking a look at the detail, nice head sculpt. Now a lot of people complain, but he's kind of like got like an eyebrow thing. I mean, I can't complain. The only person who did was Tia Fanpage. He said he didn't like that. There is in the second wave an ultra class version of Shockwave, and it's a whole eye. So, and he did it in his before it's out video that he likes it a bit better with the ultra class. So, it's a nice detail again. They put lots of stuff. They got some nice shiny here at the legs. That's what I like about Cyberverse. Some of the toys actually have shiny parts, like metallic. And they actually molded at least half, of Shockwave's battery pack. Because they couldn't do it on the other side because of the gimmick. And it's kind of hollow back here, hollow in the forearms. So, there you have that with him. For articulation, of course, his head does not move. That's why you cannot turn it around. But it is kind of weird in the back here. But still, they couldn't have just done that. So, his arms do go a full 360. I mean, with this side, they'll kind of get out of the way with the gimmick. And then his arms can go out. Ball joint can go down that far. And then up that far. And then it can go full 360 in the ball joints. So you can do that with him. And swivel, full 360 at the thigh. And then feet can go in. I did not forget about the knees. They can go up that far, so not too bad with the knees. And then the legs can go back that far, forward that far. And then the antennas, of course, can move, but remember, they stay back here. They also can go down, but that's transformation. So, and then the arm cannon here can kind of bend, but you kind of have to kind of leave it there. So yeah. One thing I forgot to point out with this guy, I almost forgot. This is a Jaws the Shark exclusive thing that no one's pointing out. You see, there's a hole here back on his back, his rear, and you could put a stand. I don't have one, but like a masterpiece like stand or something, like you could peg it in, and then you can have him in cool poses in the air. He's like, "I'm coming to get you." I'm not very good at Shockwave. I alternate, kind of like Donald Duck. My voice will tell you that. At least I could do Shockwave a bit more. Now for comparison, here he is with, sadly, my only other Shockwave. Poor Wave. I love Shockwave. There's just not too many of them. Like, I missed out on Combiner Wars, because then I wasn't much in the Transformers. Like, I was into it, but people have that thing with their phases. Like they like it for a bit, but then they just go off for a long time, and that happened with us. We got into it in 2012, and I think early 2013 we kind of lost it. But then 2016 we got back into it. So here he is with a toy that we got from our earlier Transformers. Like, this is a very dark Shockwave, but that's why I didn't have the weapon in there. So sadly we don't have that anymore. I think now we use the Transformers Prime Cliff Jumper as a weapon. That's what my brother uses, at least for that. And yeah, we used to have that. That's another figure. Of course, we were younger, so we broke it, sadly. But that did look like a cool figure. But he's actually a hair shorter than this Shockwave. So yeah, there you have that. And of course, here he is with the other Cyberverse toys I have. Now, of course, we've already seen this in the other reviews, like especially the Optimus Prime. It looks so similar. But we'll see it again. If you just want to get Shockwave, then here you go. Of course, he's the second tallest. He's a taller than Warrior Starscream. Definitely taller than Scout Starscream, but shorter than Ultimate Optimus. So, there you have that. And I almost did forget, but, there's actually, this is more, the gimmick was more intentional for this mode, of course. This is the Wave Cannon action attack. Now to do it, you just lift it up here, and it goes around, and boom, there you go. He's like, I don't even need this anymore. But no, I don't have a hand. So, yeah, it has a gimmick. It looks a little less pink, I'll tell you, off camera, like in my own eyes, but here it says, I mean, kind of lighting changes, but, you know, so you kind of do it as you move it down. Of course, the gear up here pushes down, so when it does that, this collapses around, it goes back in, so that's a very fun gimmick, actually. This was, of course, Cyberverse Shockwave was the first Cyberverse toy I did get. I got them at Target, which is where you can find the rest of these. So yeah, I found Cyberverse Shockwave he was $15, of course, at Target. So there you have Transformers Cyberverse Shockwave. He's a pretty good figure. I like him more than the Warrior Starscream. And he's probably the best looking out of the first wave of the Warrior class. The other ones kind of don't have much detail in their leg. Well, he's got a nice detail into his arms and all that. So, yeah. Now, if you want to see why these are kind of lacking some, just check out my first two Cyberverse reviews. So, Shockwave is pretty cool. I recommend you get him. He's at Target. He was the first one I bought. When I first saw him, like, oh my gosh, I have Cyberverse now. Because I've been waiting since it was been revealed. So, yeah, so anyways, like, subscribe, comment, share for more, because you know how YouTube is with all that stuff. So click the bell so you can get more notifications when I do, so click the bell so when you can get notifications when I upload another review like this. And again, till all are one.